Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'm Nick. That's Joe. That's George. And joining us on this Saturday is Bob Mackey from Talking Simpsons and Retronauts. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. I'm a fan of your work.
Well, likewise. We've been on Talking Simpsons before. We had your co-host on Talking Simpsons, Henry, join us for a wrestling episode. We thought we should have you on to talk about the Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon. I'm holding up my NES cartridge. We'll be watching a cartoon kind of about Mother's Day today called It's Your
Close enough.
Yeah, it's called It's Your Mummy Mommy Mario. That's the title of the episode we'll be watching.
Does it have anything to do with celebrating mothers, or is it about a mummy?
It's about a mummy who thinks Mario is her son, and she's the mummy mommy.
I
think they thought of the pun or the whatever it is before they actually had come up with the plot.
I think that happens a lot, actually.
Yeah. Let me start off with a commercial, though. We always like to do this, and then we'll get into what we're eating for cereal. This one is it's a related Mario cereal. Take a look.
Nintendo. It's for breakfast now. Nintendo. It's a cereal. Wow. Nintendo. Super Mario Chunks. Nintendo. In a fruit-flavored crunch. Nintendo. It's very good news. Nintendo. You just can't lose. Nintendo cereal is a super part of this nutritious breakfast. Nintendo. It's for breakfast. Wow.
Did anybody ever have that cereal?
Not even close.
I had it once.
Really?
I think somebody doctored that commercial because it was a mix of Super Mario cereal and Nintendo cereal system.
Well, there was that one cereal that mixed Zelda and Mario, right?
Right,
At one
right.
point. And then later they rebranded it, I think, as Super Mario cereal much later when Amiibos were out and things like that.
I had it once, and because the chemicals were so powerful, if I think hard enough, I can taste it again. But it was Mario and there was Zelda. One was fruit and one was berry. I don't know which one, but that was the hook of the cereal, is that you had I think there were 2 bags.
Yes, almost like Nerd cereal had that,
Yeah,
like the orange and the cherry kind. Yeah.
Same technology.
Okay, but you think that commercial was doctored?
Yeah, I saw footage of 3D Mario, and then I saw footage of the Mario cereal they made maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
I think they brought it back, and well, maybe you're right. I don't know.
George, you need to do an investigation into this. This is very important.
I was in the gaming press for like 10 years. I know way too much about all of this shit. So
even the cereals.
I've seen the cereal commercial many times. After I was like 8. As an adult, I've seen it.
You won't get this sort of cereal analysis on any other Saturday morning YouTube show. I'm going to just say it.
Nor should you.
No.
What is everybody eating for cereal this morning?
Well, last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. I said that I'm going to only eat cereals with Chris O'Donnell on the covers, and I haven't found any since until Wayne responded. Wayne heeded the call.
She's a viewer of our shows, yeah.
Yep. She found this. This is pretty cool. She found a Cocoa Puffs with Chris O'Donnell on it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, more chocolatey taste.
I think this is probably like Scent of a Woman era.
Okay, yeah.
Chris O'Donnell. And then this, I think this one's real, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks like a real one. But what kind of box? What kind of cornflakes box is that? A square one?
Well, I believe I did get you one, right? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got me this one here.
Pops.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, but it didn't look like that. And then she also found this one, which was, I think this is probably more like School Ties era, Chris O'Donnell.
Right. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So that's what I'm eating.
More than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and they look exactly like Crispix too, which is weird. So,
interesting. All right. I found a new one the other day in my local deli. Tropical Fruit Loops. So, Bob, you mentioned fruit flavored cereal. I think the Mario one was fruit flavored and Zelda was berry. I think
so. Yeah, but it was still just whatever chemicals they bought, like the orange chemical, the red chemical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same here. This is supposedly pineapple, banana, orange, and mango flavored, but it just tastes like Fruit Loops. It all tastes like a chemical.
You don't think you could Pepsi challenge that? Like if you Pepsi challenge the regular and the tropical, that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference? We should do that sometime, actually.
I think I could, but it's subtle. It's very subtle.
Once we're all in the same room, we should definitely do that. like Trix and like, whatever, Cap'n Crunch. Well, that you could tell the difference. But let's do
Yeah.
that. Let's put that on our agenda.
Okay. All right. Some similar cereals. Bob, what did you pour yourself?
I have crunch berries, and so quality control at the factory was nailed down. So this is not oops all berries. It's actually a good assortment of berries and normal pieces.
Yeah, they
Okay,
had
like
to fire a good man that day when it was oops all berries.
They have a
Had a
sane.
family, but again, he
Yeah.
did fuck up.
It looks like a sane amount of berries.
Mhm.
So
It really is. It passed the
Yeah.
test. But yeah, when I was growing up, the berries were only one color, but now there's three.
the times they are changing.
Yep.
I think that's what Bob Dylan was talking about.
And Bob, you've mentioned this on your podcast, but the time that we grew up was the best time, right? So that was the correct way that berries should be colored, and anything else that's happened since then is not as good, right?
I believe there are only two kinds of crunch berries.
Okay.
And,
All right,
and I mean,
good.
I'm sorry, there's only two kinds of crunch cereal material: the regular crunchies and the berries, and that's
Right.
it.
You
Well,
don't
you don't-
officially recognize peanut butter?
This is against God. What's happening in the bowl?
You don't recognize marshmallows.
Well, what you get in a cereal box is not a marshmallow. Those are sent. Those are for astronauts to eat, I think. And then we ran out of funding for the space program, so we got all the astronaut marshmallows in our cereal now.
You're very wise.
Yeah,
You're
see,
very
that's why we
wise.
had you on.
Yes.
It wasn't even about the video game knowledge. And George,
Damn.
what do you have this morning?
Oh, so I'm trying to keep with the theme. This is Dr. Mario cereal, and if you look, these just look like regular pills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
those
don't-
look like amphetamines of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Hmm.
It kind of tastes like Special K though.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
weird. It's funny when that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like there's
can
some
see that.
greenies in there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll monitor your mood for the rest of the episode. Bob, I wanted to have you on one to talk about Super Mario and Super Mario Brothers 3, because this was a big innovation. And on Retronauts, you talk a lot about, you've done a Super Mario 3 episode, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, and it comes up a lot in just conversations because it's a really big game.
Yeah, so I just some background information about this game and how it was innovative is that of course Super Mario was a big thing. North America, Mario 3 is released in 1990, and some new elements. So it's the first one that had the overworld map, right, where you see kind of going between worlds.
That's right. And the Christmas before it came out in the spring of 1990, of course, and I'm sure you folks have seen it. The movie The Wizard was their marketing for the new game. That movie has a surprising lack of Nintendo content in it, but the set piece is built around the reveal of Mario 3 and kids playing it for the first time and somehow knowing secrets about it, even though it's the first time anyone had seen that game.
Right.
In
Fred
America.
Savage just somehow got he knew where the warp zones were, despite having it be unveiled at the tournament.
He assumed there would be a whistle in the game because I guess they were so popular, and then he told his friend to look for the whistle.
Bob,
Yeah,
are
but-
you old? Bob, are you old enough to have seen that movie in the theaters? And do you remember it? You am?
I am, and I don't remember asking to see it. I think I remembered asking to rent the movie for a family movie night, and I was very upset when we couldn't rent the movie. Or my mom obviously saw a bad movie, Bo Bridges, Christian Slater teaming up to like reunite or whatever, and it was off the table. No Wizard was on the table. I think I eventually saw it when I did a podcast about it, probably 20 years after it came out.
Okay. All right.
And it has the immortal line, "You keep your power glove off her." I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
I just saw it for the first time last year. I'd never seen it. I know friends rented it, and I think maybe I tried to watch it at one point at a sleepover, and we were all bored. It's like a road trip movie with very little video gaming in it.
Yeah, I was surprised how crass it wasn't, and how seldom they actually say the word Nintendo. I feel like there was somebody that was keeping them from saying that. Otherwise, it would have just been a Nintendo commercial.
Did you see it, Joe?
I never saw it. No, it was on my list, but yeah, we didn't rent it. It didn't come to our theater, so yeah, I missed the boat.
So the new things in Mario, apart from the whistle, Mario 3, are, I guess, Bowser's kids were in it. Koopalings. That
Yeah,
was
the
a new.
Koopa Kids. It was their
Koopa
first
Kids,
time in the
yes.
game, and a lot of new power-ups and a lot of new suits. I think it was the first time the series had suits. So you have the Tanuki suits.
That's
you
the
have
raccoon.
That's the raccoon.
Yeah.
Well, there's the raccoon leaf, and then there's Tanuki, which is a Japanese animal that
Ah.
most Americans aren't familiar with. But there's a suit where Mario can transform into a Buddhist statue if you hit up and B, and that's something that was lost on most kids in 1990.
Really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know this. Now you
And
tell me.
frog suit, which is useless outside of water, and
Right.
I think I named them all. Hammer Brothers suit was the hidden suit.
The
I
hammer
think
one.
two of them in the game.
And that sort of led into the ground stomp that would be in future games, I guess, right? Because he could pound the ground with the hammer suit.
I don't think there's ground pounding that Mario can do. You can
Right.
throw hammers, and then when you duck, you are invulnerable to fire in the suit. But again, only 2 in the game, so you want to use those in very special situations. And then when you get it, you're always nervous about losing it.
I feel like
Right.
I've never played this game now from what you're talking about. And I know I won this game. What are these suits you speak of? I've definitely like played this game and I think I've won it. I remember I love this game, but I don't remember what you're talking about with hammer pound and everything. Have I
Yeah,
just forgotten about this, or are these like secret code things that you need
Most
to...
people did not find the Hammer Brothers suits. The frog suit and the Tanuki suit, a lot easier to find, but they're still rarer power-ups. And I think a lot of this cartoon is built around just showing kids the new things in the game based on what's actually in the game. And the title of the cartoon, this one, it's not Super Mario Brothers 3. It's The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3. So they're just
Yes.
putting the name of the product in the title explicitly.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, and the cartoon was by our friends at Deke. That was done in a co-production with a Japanese studio and I believe an Italian studio. This aired on September 1990. So the game premiered in February in stores in America. Then on NBC, the cartoon comes out on September 8th, 1990. I believe it was originally part of the Captain N block. Of course, we've already done the Super Mario Brothers Super Show with Captain Lou that had the live action segments. This didn't have that, and the animation is slightly better. And I think the fun fact about the cartoon that I learned in researching it is that it was out on, they had a DVD that had 1 episode on it, and it came in a box of Golden Grams. So you could get actually, and then of course 4 VHS releases. This one had the one about the mummy. There's I guess Joe, you don't remember playing Mario 3, did you, George? Were you a Nintendo household?
I stopped at Super Mario Brothers, the original one.
And I've mentioned this before too, but I was fiercely loyal to Sega for some reason from the Master System
You
on.
were always the weird kid. Like I've known
Yeah.
Nick since 6th grade. He was always like all Sega. He was the only one. We're like,
I-
what
yeah,
was it? Wonder Boy? Was that the game that was
Yeah.
like there?
Alex
Yeah.
Kidd in Miracle World.
And I had Alex Kidd. I just, it's like how Apple gets you into their ecosystem. I was
Yeah.
fully on board for Sega up until I guess the what was the 32X that you
Oh,
plugged
yeah.
into the
3DO.
I had a Dreamcast actually, and but then
You know what
yeah.
Well, you know what I loved most about Sega over Nintendo that blew my mind when I played it over at your house was that you could hit the power button without a cartridge in it and you could actually play a game. That blew
Yes.
my mind.
If you like
It just
twirled
felt
around
so
the
wrong.
directional pad, you had a little snail maze.
It
But
felt so wrong.
I found a Nintendo and NES at a thrift store, and it still works. I just kind of been catching up on games. So the first time I really played Mario 3, apart from Slumber Parties, was just like in the last 5 years, and it's great. It's a great game. The cartoon, less so. The good thing is it's
Yeah.
short. It's 12 minutes.
Ooh.
I've seen all of these growing up, and then later, when people were blogging for money, I would write blogs about old cartoons and revisiting all of these. This is the best one out of all of them. It's still not good. You guys watch the Super Show. All the Super Show is retellings of public domain stories or historical events, but with Mad Libbing and Mario characters.
Yes.
And this at least is telling original stories.
Right. And it took place in a more discernible like worlds from the game. And so, and I never saw Super Mario World, which is the third one they did, but
I mean, I'm sure you'll watch it on this. It's much worse. It's like
Okay.
anyway, like they're just doing Flintstones jokes on that show.
oh boy. Well,
Yeah, it's
so
rotten.
keep in mind that we're going to be watching the best of the Mario cartoons right now for Mother's Day.
Nick, I was going to ask you, do you know who the writers are on this? Because Deke sometimes had like good writers. Like a lot of writers started with Deke early on in their careers.
I don't know. You can look at it's actually in the credits. And Luigi is voiced by a guy named Tony Rosado, who was on SCTV and SNL, Italian comedian. Bowser was this guy Harvey Atkin, who was Morty Melnick in the movie Meatballs, and also was Sam in The Adventures of Sam and Max, if anybody's played that. But here it is, the Mother's Day episode of Mario, set in the Egyptian world.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom, and then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers.
There's the frog suit that you were talking about, right?
Yep.
And who's this voiceover guy? I feel like he was like the NBC, like then on an all new A-Team. Like I feel like he was that guy.
He's really bringing a lot of gravitas to this Mario show. And they always spent the most on their opening, so this is the best the show will look.
Exactly.
Just this opening
Oh yeah,
here.
always. Yeah.
It's promising a lot more than it's going to deliver.
And they're
Yep.
always long too. I wonder if this is like 2 minutes long because
Padding out
so they
the
can pad it out.
running
Yeah.
time.
The Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those plumbers!
Okay.
And this kind of
Staying true to
opened
the
with
game.
kind of opened with the game screen.
I appreciate the video game footage. I always appreciated.
Yes, it ties it in more.
Oh, one thing I didn't mention up front is all of the Koopa kids' names are different than they are in the video game, which drove me crazy. But I learned later that the Koopa kids did not have names originally in the Japanese version, and the American localization branch just gave them random weird names based on musicians and celebrities. So these guys also gave all the Koopa kids names, but they're different than the names in the game. Again, it drove me crazy as an 8-year-old watching this.
Well, it's
It-
kind
it-
of like in Pac-Man, like if they gave them Inky, Blinky, Clyde, and Sue in the cartoon. I don't think they had those names in the actual video game.
No, they did.
Did they?
Oh, and Pac-Man? Yeah.
Oh,
Their
okay.
names came up at the beginning. Yeah.
I guess they gave them personalities more so than the.
I think they came in Miss Pac-Man, that they actually appeared on screen.
Right.
The names did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're already.
Somebody
pretty far
fact check
down
me.
the Rabbit hole here.
Mommy Toon sure is spooky. We found it! And can that fight wait mess up this heist? Or Pop's gonna have to eat his words.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Whoa!
Could really use a studio audience.
Yeah. Apparently, there's
Yeah.
glasses in this world. I do like that they use the video
What
game
was
sound
that?
effects.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting to find out. Let's
is
grab
nice.
Prince Mushroom Common's gold money cave and hightail it out of here.
My son! They stole my son!
They're violating canon already. There's no mines in Mario World. It's more of a Zelda idea.
Yeah. The writers are like, oh, there's an Egyptian world? We can work with that.
I bet the Deke writers barely researched this
Yeah.
at all.
Phew. Hey, Hip! Does this old Prince Mummy guy look familiar?
Oh, so Mario died. I guess not.
Well, they
So,
thought so, but it's a different. He looks like Mario. It's not actually Mario.
Nick, no spoilers. Come on.
Sorry.
In this cartoon, I think I just heard those two characters are Hip and Hop, and then in the game, it's Iggy Koopa and Lemmy Koopa, named after Iggy Pop and Lemmy from Motorhead.
No way.
Wow.
For real?
Yeah,
So
Wow.
the
Yeah, all-
localizers were a lot hipper than the cartoon writers, I guess.
there's Roy Koopa named after Roy Orbison. Wendy O Koopa named after Wendy O Williams from the Plasmatics.
Whoa!
Wow. I mean, that's kind of a deep
Yeah.
cut there.
Have you ever done
And,
any localization work, Bob?
I have, but I could never do anything that creative. I was
Okay.
not allowed to rename a character after Roy Orbison.
Our buddy Mike Drucker did a lot of localization. I think you've had him on your shows before, and
Oh yeah, he's great.
I bet he's snuck in some stuff before. I like Mario's blanket actually. I think that's they should remake that as a real blanket. Cafe Press.
Sure is nice to relax after a rough adventure.
Yeah, I'm so tired, nothing could drag me out of this bed.
There's a mad mummy loose
I don't know if
Land.
I don't know if Mario's voice
Back
matches.
where it belongs before
what I
it scares the
imagined it to
pasta
be.
out of
It's not that.
everybody.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's Captain Lou had a better take on Mario. This sounds like a much younger man trying to do like, I'm Mario, I'm an old man. So it sounds like a much younger man trying to put on that voice.
He's doing a Captain Lou impression.
It seems like he's going too hard on it.
Yeah.
Really needs a studio audience. They would be laughing so hard right now.
Is that Benny Hill style answer?
Yeah.
Wow! That mummy really throws her weight around.
We better be careful. Don't worry, I'll calm her down. As soon as I get up from under this tent.
Here's our chance to sneak off without anyone seeing us.
Yikes!
I wonder why the mummy's so upset. I bet it has something to do with that golden mummy case those bratty Koopa twins are sneaking off with. We
Princess
gotta get that
Exposition,
case.
I believe is what
Luigi,
they call
Toad,
her.
Yeah.
follow me. Mario, keep the mummy from hurting anyone until we get back.
No problem, Princess. Excuse me, Miss Mummy!
What
He's
was
calling
that?
it a golden mummy case. I don't think were they not allowed to say sarcophagus, or would they think kids didn't understand that in 1990? It's like, what did mummy sleep in? A case, of course.
Right.
That's what mummies sleep in.
I don't think they were allowed to use words over 3 syllables.
Right.
So,
yeah,
I-
sarcophagus. Yeah, that was probably a note. You're right.
May I have a word with you?
My little prince, at last I found you!
Her little prince? What's she talking about?
Come, my little prince, Mushroom, come and give mommy a hug!
Yuck! A hug from her could be bad for my health. I better scram! Now for
So
my
mommy, I
giant
guess?
getaway leap! Great leap! Lousy landing! Luigi! Princess, help!
Give up,
Princess.
Koopas. You're finished.
Wasn't her name Princess Toadstool?
Princess Peach Toadstool. I believe.
At this era, she was Toadstool.
Oh, okay.
And then, by the way, I know all these things because my brain is broken, but 96, she's Princess Peach in America. She was always Peach in Japan, but with Mario 64, they decided, let's just keep her name Peach. And so when she writes her letter to you, it ends with Peach, and that's her name.
Okay, but
Okay.
in this, she's just Princess, right? They only
I think
refer
she's
to her as Princess.
Toadstool. In
Oh, yeah?
this, yeah. Up until 96, she was Toadstool in America.
Okay. Okay.
In Mario Kart, she's Peach, right?
Mario, probably by Mario Kart 64, she was Peach, but anything before Mario 64 in America, definitely it was Toadstool.
Okay.
Even my youngest Koopalings can outsmart you do-good dodos.
I dare you to come back here and say that.
Oh no! He's been captured by the marauding mummy!
I'll take you home to our tomb, my son, and I'll never let anyone take you away again.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
She's mistaking him for the
Son.
Poor Mario! He's been doomed to some tomb and we'll never find him!
If we only had a map of the pyramids.
If it's maps you want, I got a cousin who can help.
Okay. Let's keep
Okay,
going.
I thought we were going to be heading in this direction.
Yeah, the map maker guy.
Well, I'm gonna say let's think about like guess the accent, or will they use an accent here?
Ooh,
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Good
All right,
question.
let's keep it going here because I think
Okay.
we'll pick it up in a minute.
Maps
My
to the
guess is-
pyramids, maps to the tombs of the mummies, maps to the houses of the
Phew.
mushroom stars.
Okay.
You name it, I got it. I'll take a map to the mummy tombs. Good choice, your royal cuteness.
So what you do when you get a coin, you bite it to make sure it's genuine.
That's like an old timey joke that stuck around for a long time. I've
did.
I've never understood that joke, but I still sometimes do it as a joke for myself. Like somebody will give me a coin, I'll go, I don't know
Yeah.
what that joke is.
Wooden nickels are not in circulation anymore, so
Right.
you don't have
Okay.
to bite them anymore.
But it's a joke
Look!
that's still in circulation.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank God.
Huh?
Hey, that map's a phony. It's got a picture of Mario on it.
No, don't you see? The prince looks like Mario.
Yeah, I get it. That's why the Mad Mummy shanghaied him.
The only way we're gonna get Mario back is to break into Castle Koopa, get the mummy case, and trade the real mummy prince for Mario.
Well, the plot for part 2 has been efficiently set up by Princess Exposition.
I can't get over mummy case. It's really bothering me.
There's an actual word for that.
Yes.
Just sitting right there.
And
Yeah.
you could, but it was a teachable moment. You could teach kids what a sarcophagus is.
No,
they
but here's
just-
the thing with Deke writers, I feel like they're probably like 22 years old. This is their first gig out of college, and they didn't know what the hell a sarcophagus was. They don't teach you that in college.
My
Well,
take
Bob-
on these writers are they were writers for sitcoms like maybe in the 70s, and they had debilitating alcoholism. They got out of rehab. Nobody wanted them back, but Deke was hiring, because that's
Yeah.
why I feel like we have these Depression era jokes on these cartoons, like the biting the nickel. That feels like someone was born during the Depression and writing this.
That is a astute observation. I think about a lot of the cartoons we watch, actually.
Oh yeah, it's
is
not
it-
written by young people.
No,
they're
no.
not definitely not written by young people. Yeah.
It's time for a commercial break. So, George, what do you have lined up for us?
Well, this week we're going to look at commercials for video game consoles that were also RANs. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
This is the system chosen 2-to-1 over Atari and Intellivision for real arcade gameplay.
You know what it is, Bob?
Boy. I mean, I actually I don't. Is this Vectrex?
It is. I had one.
Presenting the revolutionary Vectrex arcade system.
had one, George?
Ordinary
Yeah, they're
home
great.
video games can't match the laser-sharp
does look
visual
pretty good.
effects of Vectrex, because only Vectrex has a real arcade screen built in. No TV set needed, so every Vectrex
Oh.
cartridge gives you real arcade gameplay that others can't.
It was like
Vectrex,
Tempest.
It stands
Right.
alone.
Wait a second. Can I ask about another game system that I had that I haven't thought about until I just saw that? The one where you put it up to your eyes and you play that game where you're a race car driver and you hit the left to go in the left lane and the right to go in the right lane. Do you know about that one?
Sounds familiar.
Hmm.
Yeah, well-
Around what year would you say that was?
I would say probably like 85 or so. 85, 86. We had an
presume-
Atari and we also had that. So
This is a Radio Shack product, I have to assume.
This?
yeah,
Or-
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Well,
we
keep-
look it up.
keep
We'll
playing. Yeah,
continue
yeah.
with these defunct or these failed consoles.
While Atari keeps trying to sell you new systems, like the 5200, with ColecoVision you only need one system, because ColecoVision expands to give you a Super Action controller set with Super Action Baseball, a driving module with turbo, an expansion module to play all Atari 2600 games, and only ColecoVision plugs into the Atom module to become the complete Atom computer system. So if you don't want to keep buying new systems, there's only one system to buy, ColecoVision. Sorry,
Do we
Atari.
all,
Pretty good
do we all
sales
know what
pitch.
Coleco? I think so. Do we all know what Coleco stands for?
No.
So Coleco, they were behind the Cabbage Patch Dolls. Coleco is Connecticut Leather Company.
Oh.
Connecticut Leather Company.
Is that a
Yep.
bondage thing, or was that
That's,
before or after?
I think that was their old timey roots in the catalog days of yore. But yeah, that's they developed the ColecoVision and also famous for the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Interesting. And they also did
wow.
an Elf doll too, as well.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Introducing TurboGrafx 16, the next
I wanted
generation
one.
video game
Bonk's
system.
Adventure.
It's 4 times faster, so the games are more exciting.
Keith
There are
Courage.
almost 10 times as
We're gonna
many
be watching a
colors,
Keith Courage
so the
commercial,
arcade quality
cartoon next
graphics
week.
are even more intense. And you can expand your system with a CD player for CD games with sound effects that are turbocharged. TurboGrafx 16 from
Play
NEC,
Sewer
the higher
Shark
energy
like
video
you've never
game
seen it
system.
before.
Say you're watching TV and this guy
Oh,
says,
Phil Hartman.
It's CDI, friends, the next generation CD player that works with your TV.
and you'd say,
But I have a CD player.
then your mom says,
Doing all the parts,
No,
right?
dear. CDI works with your television.
you'd probably feel pretty dumb and maybe even fake it like you'd already experienced the ultimate in games, movies, music, and more.
Trust me, babe, I know about this CDI stuff.
Now get into CDI, starting at $2.99 with $200 of free software.
Kinda
this
like he was-
American?
It's kind of like he was doing a Homer, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah,
look-
yeah.
looks like him. It's kind of got that voice.
Is this an American commercial? I assume.
I don't remember it
so.
when
I
this
don't remember
came
it at
out.
all. Yeah, I would remember something like this.
This is probably the biggest tragedy associated with Phil Hartman's life.
CDI
Advertising guy.
stuff.
Now get into
CDI
CDI,
commercial.
starting at $2.99 with $200 of free software.
Some of
Not
you
good. That was
believe
after a
you-
massive price cut.
Oh yeah,
The
what
CDI
was
came
that?
out in America. Oh, the CDI came out in America. I think it's $700 in 1991 or 92 of 1991 or 92 money, which means it's like $3,000 today.
Oh my god.
Not good.
Some of you
No.
believe your system is the most advanced in the universe. Let's review the numbers. Sega Genesis is 16 bits. 3DO is 32 bits. The Atari Jaguar is 64 bits. Which is more advanced? Clifford! 16 and 32 are less than 64. So with 64 bits, 3D graphics, real-world animation, and lightning speed
Was
that
the
you can only get with
3DO the
Jaguar?
one that had Metal Slug?
Clifford!
Oh, I think they did.
Can you repeat
That
the
was
question?
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
That's
I love these 90s commercials because they're so edgy. I feel like the philosophy is, first of all, fuck you. You're stupid.
Yeah.
We need to get that across first. You're an idiot. You can't do math. We're going to
Yep.
explain it to you.
hmm And second of all, they have to be in your face. I think that's the main thing.
Jaguar! Jaguar! Jaguar!
If you're not playing on a 3DO system,
Fuck you.
what are you playing with? Presenting 3DO.
They're right. I am stupid.
The most advanced home gaming system
What a
in the
fool I've been.
universe. It's time to put away your toys.
Get a free John Madden Football and Crash and Burn when you buy a
I bet that
3DO
was
system.
impossible to play.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
Did anybody have a 3DO?
No, we were.
No, I had
we
a friend
were,
with one.
we were as middle class as he got. So it was like
Yeah.
meat and potatoes, Nintendo, Atari. We
Yep.
just got Super Nintendo.
Didn't
yeah.
get the gyroscope robot or the whatever.
No, we didn't get we didn't get that stuff. No. Hey, I found that thing that I was talking about. It's
Yeah.
called
Oh.
Tommytronic 3D.
Whoa.
Are you familiar with that? I had
No.
one, and they had a bunch of different
Oh.
games that you could look in. The one game I had was a race car game, and you could on the left you'd push to go to the left lane, and then over to the other left lane you'd be going really fast. It was actually really fun, and I remember there being a commercial that worked on me. And I bought one, and I mean, there's no ending to the game; it's just constantly but it was pretty cool. Yeah.
What were you going to say about 3DO, Bob?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if you watch these '90s commercials, you get a sense of like who they're for. For like, I see this is for a Gen Xer because you grew up with a Nintendo. Let's say you're born in 1975 or something, and then you realize, oh my god, the video game I like is a toy. I'm an adult. I need that adult gaming system, and that's what the 3DO was telling you. Like, put your toys away. It's the
Right.
'90s.
Yeah, exactly. Video games are for adults now. We need to grow up with them.
You still needed your parents to pay for it, right? I mean,
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
All right, here's super. They have to infiltrate the mummy's tomb, I think. So here we go.
Oh, we're
Super
still
Mario
watching the
Brothers
cartoon.
3,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
6 minutes left, Joe.
Okay,
Count-
great.
Set a watch.
Okay.
Aw, give your mommy a big kiss.
Lady, if you weren't so wrapped up in yourself, you could see I'm not your little boy.
All that running around has made you grouchy. It's time for a nice 10,000-year nap.
Go in your golden
I
mummy
like
case.
long naps, but not that long. Ooh. Whoa! Yikes.
What are we watching right now?
You'll feel better after your
Hell's-
nap.
Okay.
Somehow I doubt it.
She's trying to get him.
I'm not seeing enough on-brand stuff for the Mario universe. I saw so far like question mark blocks. I saw
Yeah.
Koopa Kids, but this mummy stuff, it's not part of it. It's not what I
Yeah.
come to a Mario cartoon
No,
to
yeah,
see.
exactly. I've
Not
seen some pipes
canon.
up in the sky, and
Mhm.
but that's it.
Well, here's we're gonna see a familiar face.
Oh, flying.
This steam cloud balloon was a brilliant
Must have
idea,
gotten a
Luigi.
magic feather.
Yeah, nothing stops Raccoon Luigi.
Yay! Except maybe that Mushroom Kingdom Twister!
Kind of lost me for a second. I guess they were trying to rescue Mario in a cloud machine.
My beautiful balloon! It's ruined!
At least Koopa's guards haven't spotted us.
Princess
Until
Exposition.
now! Invaders, get King Koopa.
Quick, into the tower. Maybe there's another way out.
Yeah.
Oh!
Maybe I can't follow this child's cartoon, but I don't know why they're breaking into a castle at this point.
I don't know either. I can't remember.
Well,
But
aren't they saving Mario?
Yeah, but he's
From the
not in
mummy?
the castle.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
not
he
the
was carried
castle.
away to the mummy. I guess they're gonna call it this the mummy house where the mummy case lives.
Right, not a
Oh,
pyramid.
Or no, I think they're after the Koopas who took the mummy's
Yes, the Koop-
golden case.
yeah, the
Okay.
kids.
If only there was a term for that.
Yeah.
The mummy case. Yeah.
Hey, look! The real prince's mummy case!
Oh, great! Now, if we only had a way to get it past King Koopa.
Times like this, I ask one question. What would Mario do if he were here? Phew. Well, how do you like my special steam-powered mummy sled?
Compared to what? You got him trapped in a tower, you all meanness.
Good. I'm gonna Koopatate him personally. Come on, Hip and Hop. Watch how King Dad handles things.
We're all eyes, oh meanness, a mean dad.
We got you trapped, Princess Toadstool. Get down here right now.
Is Luigi kind of a tinkerer? Is that his thing? I guess in Luigi's Mansion, he kind of makes like a ghost sucking machine, right?
Yeah, and you hear that music in the background. It sounds like an off, kind of generic version of Beat It.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Oh,
that.
my-
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
entire series was built around these montages in which they'd cover popular songs, but none of those were retained after the broadcast. No DVD version or streaming version has it. So
Oh.
every episode I think of this has a montage that a pop song was in the show originally that was covered, but now they just put in this generic like rock background
So
sound.
this was probably Beat It originally.
Nick,
It was
back at-
One Night in Bangkok, I think.
Oh, is that what it was?
Ah,
Yeah.
I
Nick,
guarantee you it was Walk Like an Egyptian. It could not be any other song.
Yeah. What, Joe, you want to back
I was
up?
gonna say back it up so that we can hear the whole song
Okay. Start.
and this great scene.
How come you? Oh,
Doing my thing.
walk like an Egyptian. Yeah, it works. What a montage.
I do love this song.
Yeah.
I can't sleep for 10,000 years. I'll get too hungry.
So you can jump that high.
Mario! Hey, you're safe!
Aw, lighten up, Luigi. I've had more hugging today than I can stand.
What happened to the Queen Mummy?
I left her in the tomb. No way she can get to us. Except by crashing through that wall.
What are you doing with my son?
You made a mistake, Queen Mushroom Common. This is our friend Mario. There's your real son.
Oh, Queen Mushroom Common? That's her name?
You imposter! How dare you pretend to be my son? You don't look anything like him! But you look exactly like my husband. Come to me, my darling.
Excuse me, but I gotta find that map salesman and buy a map to someplace else.
Did she want to have sex with Luigi? Is that what she was implying there?
Who doesn't?
He's the more attractive brother.
All right, solid ending. Solid ending.
I got some story editors, Reed Shelley and Bruce Shelley.
Oh, I wonder if they're married and developed for television by.
Yeah.
They could be brothers too. I don't know.
yeah.
Voice talents. All right, there's Super Mario Brothers 3, the best of the Super Mario Brothers cartoons. And I think that's a fitting tribute to Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, what was the mother's part? There's zero mother's part. It's just a mummy.
No, she's the mom. She's a mom, and she thinks Mario's her son, and she's like, "Come here to mommy."
Oh, okay.
And, yeah.
Oh,
Were
is
you
it
not
even?
paying- Do we want to watch it again?
Yeah, yeah. Hit play.
The
Yeah.
whole premise was she thought Mario was her son, and she was the mom. to
Oh,
Mario.
okay. All right. It was an even
Mistaken
bigger. It
identity.
was it was a bigger stretch than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
case of
Okay.
mistaken identity. Yeah. I have a game that I want to play with y'all that is a little bit different than some of the other games we've done. It's kind of based on the game Tribond, where what do these three things have in common? I call the game Super Mario Threes, Super Mario Brothers Threes. Okay, so just shout out when you think you know the answer. I'm gonna reveal three things. You tell me what they have in common. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Mario, Davy Crockett, and a furry.
Tails.
All were killed at the Alamo.
They all wear filthy costumes.
Yeah, you're all very close. Guys who get off on dressing like raccoons. So we got Mario, Davy Crockett, and a furry. All right. Partial credit to Joe, I think, and partial credit to Bob. All right.
Yes, I'm winning.
Half point each. All right. Mario, the presidents of the United States of America, and a young couple at a farmer's market.
A young couple at a farmer's market. Now I assume that's the band, the presidents. of the United
Yes,
States
it is
of
the
America.
band.
It's
Yeah.
not the actual presidents.
Yep.
And what was their big song? Peach?
Lump?
Lump.
Well, Joe, you were on the right track initially.
Oh, peaches,
looking for
millions of peaches.
Yep.
Peaches?
These are all peach enthusiasts.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I
This is
get
a
a
tough
half
one.
point for me. Half point
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, sure. We'll give you a half point.
Yes, I'm winning.
You're at
All
a
right.
point. Bob's at a half point, and George's got the goose
zero.
egg.
Yep.
All right.
In fact, I think he has negative.
Mario, Smee from Peter Pan, and Eddie Valiant.
Oh, all Bob Hoskins characters, right?
That's right. Full point for Bob. Those are Bob Hoskins'
Oh.
greatest roles.
Jumps into the lead.
Yes,
Okay.
Smee in the movie Hook, Steven Spielberg's Hook. Okay. Mario, Hillbilly Jim, and me at age 5.
Overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, George on the board. Overalls wearers.
There it is.
Or young women in the 90s, late 90s.
That's true. Yeah. The friend from Clueless. Yeah. All right. Mario Villain, president of Nintendo of America, the current president of Nintendo of America, and the guy from Sha Na Na.
All named Bowser.
That is correct. Guy's named Bowser. Doug Bowser is actually the current president of Nintendo of America.
He had a lot of fun with that his first week.
Yes.
What score right now?
I believe George just came out on top now. It's
I think you're up 2, and then
Bob has 1.5,
and I got
Joe,
1.
You have 1, yeah.
All right.
I think there's a couple more.
Big money, no whammies
I don't
here.
even remember. Mario, Alice in Wonderland, your college roommate.
Hallucinogens.
Close.
Shrooms? They're
Yeah.
on shrooms.
Yeah, I believe Bob
Druggies.
gets a full point here. These are people who are way too into mushrooms. All right. Last one. Mario. A toilet snake. A Game of Thrones.
Toilet snake.
Mhm.
Things that end terribly.
I'm going to give you a half point. These are things that went down the drain. And
Good.
that is how you play Super Mario Brothers 3s.
Solid game. I think I won.
Liked it.
Yeah, I tried to make that an actual game with some challenge to it. So I can't help but wondering if there's a lesson that we can glean from everything today. George, you got anything?
Oh, I think there's a lesson here.
Do you?
Mario the Plumber is perhaps the most beloved pixelated Italian caricature the world over. We revel in his successes, we share sorrow in his misfortunes, and we cheer him on as he shrooms. Yet despite his global glorification, Mario never shied away from the baser aspects of existence. Indeed, his occupation necessitates venturing down pipes and into the sewer, a region simultaneously necessary and taboo for the functioning of humanity. And just what does Mario find there? No, not an unending river of excrement, but sentient stars, flowers with magical powers, and a nearly unending supply of gold coins. So perhaps instead of merely gawking at Mario's adventures, we should follow his example and investigate the regions of the world and ourselves that repel us. Because sometimes we have to get through some shit to get to a warp zone. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
I like the metaphor there. I like the sewer
Touching.
metaphor.
Yeah, that's good.
Touching, yeah.
And I like that you had a swear word in it too. That was extra. Yeah.
On the Saturday morning. Kids have to
Yeah,
learn sometime.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
Is it time for a new Super Mario cartoon? I don't know, Bob. What do you think?
Well, they're making a movie. The Illumination animation group. They make the Minions and other things like that. They have been working on a movie. I don't think that they've released any footage or a trailer or anything like that. So
Okay.
after these cartoons, Nintendo, I think they understood they were of poor quality. So there were just nothing after this. And this new movie will be the first time in almost 30 years that there will be Mario English language media that is not a video game or a book.
Interesting, yeah, because I guess the Sonic movie did pretty well, right? The Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So maybe this will actually get finished, and
Yeah, I hope it's good.
it won't be on TV, but I guess it'll be a movie, and I don't know, maybe we'll cover that too. I feel like we got to do them all now.
Yeah, again, this is the best one. Mario World is probably the worst one, and the one
we watched the best one.
Yeah,
this is the best one. Maybe not the best episode, but in terms of actually being about the thing it's trying to sell you, it is the best.
Okay, all right.
right.
We'll give it that, I guess.
And so Retronauts, of course, is your retro gaming podcast that you can download. Anything coming up you want to talk about with that?
Yeah, actually, I don't have the schedule in front of me, and we're recording like months and months in advance. But coming up this summer, I have episodes on things like Left 4 Dead, the series. I have an episode coming up about the first Pokemon album, Pokemon To Be a Master, and Henry Gilbert is going to be on that one.
Oh boy.
With me. And later in May, an episode all about Moogles from the Final Fantasy series. So a lot is going on this summer.
How long have you been
and
doing that? It's
Retronauts
been a decade now of Retronauts?
Retronauts will be 15 in October. I've been on it
Whoa.
just a decade though. So
Can I just request that you add? And I look now, it's Tommytronic 3D. It's not Tommytronic. It's Tommytronic. Can you add that to the docket? I know you got a big.
I'll do it at least 5 hours on the Tommytronic because we have not covered it. I mean,
I got a good guest for you, Bob.
Ooh, we'll see.
I played it.
You would probably be the ringer for this episode, but
Okay.
as we move forward into the future, more things become old. But the Tommytronic has not been covered on the show yet.
Okay. All right.
And I believe that is a Radio Shack brand because Tommy was also that robot that ate coins. I believe that was.
Oh,
a
was he
Tommy,
that? Was that
the
Tommy?
Yellow, yeah. So I think that was
Oh.
their proprietary brand. So
Okay.
thanks for coming, Bob. Thanks for being on Saturday Morning Cartoons, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
I bet it has something to do with that golden mummy case those bratty Koopa twins are sneaking off with.